Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we are going to read Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Chapter 2, page 28. The metal world is composed of 5 principal elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And all such elements are emanation from Kṛṣṇa. The metal scientists accept these 5 primary elements as the cause of the metal manifestation, but the element in the gross and subtle state are produced by Kṛṣṇa. The living entities who are working within the metal world are products of his marginal potency. In the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that the whole manifestation is a combination of 2 kinds of energy of Kṛṣṇa, the superior energy and the inferior energy. The living entities are the superior energy, and the dead metal elements are his inferior energy. In its dormant stage, everything remains in Kṛṣṇa. The demigods continue to offer their respectful prayers unto the supreme form of the personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa. By analytical study of the metal manifestation, what is the metal manifestation? It is just like a tree. A tree stands on the ground. Similarly, the tree of the metal manifestation is standing on the ground of the metal nature. This metal manifestation is compared to a tree because the tree is ultimately cut off in due course of time. A tree is called Vriksha. Vriksha means that thing which will be ultimately cut. Therefore, this tree of the metal manifestation cannot be accepted as the ultimate truth because it is influenced by time. But Kṛṣṇa's body is eternal. He existed before the metal manifestation. He is existing while the metal manifestation is continuing. And when it will be dissolved, he will continue to exist. Therefore, only Kṛṣṇa can be accepted as the absolute truth. The Katha Upanishad also cites this example of the tree of the metal manifestation standing on the ground of the metal nature. This tree has 2 kinds of fruits, distress and happiness. Those who are living in the tree of the body are just like 2 birds. One bird is the localized aspect of Kṛṣṇa known as the Paramatma, and the other bird is the living entity. The living entity is eating the fruits of the metal manifestation. Sometimes he eats the fruit of happiness and sometimes he eats the fruits of distress. But the other bird is not interested in eating the fruit of distress or happiness because he is self-satisfied. The Katha Upanishad states that one bird on the tree of the body is eating the fruits and the other bird is simply witnessing. The roots of the tree extends in the 3 directions. This means that the root of the tree is the 3 modes of metal nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Just as the tree's roots expand, so by association of the modes of metal nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, one expands its duration of the metal existence. The taste of the fruits are of 4 kinds: religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and ultimately liberation. According to the different association in the 3 modes of metal nature, the living entities are tasting different kinds of religiosity, different kinds of economic development, different kinds of sense gratification, and different kinds of liberation. Practically, all metal work is performed in ignorance. But because there are 3 qualities, sometimes the quality of ignorance is covered with goodness or passion, the taste of this metal fruit is accepted through 5 senses. The 5 sense organs through which knowledge is acquired are subject to 6 kinds of whips: lamentation, illusion, infirmity, death, hunger, and thirst. This metal body or the metal manifestation is covered by 7 layers: skin, flesh, blood, marrow, bone, fat, and semen. The branches of the tree are 8: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. There are 9 gates in this body: the 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 1 genital, 1 rectum, and there are 10 kinds of internal air passing within the body: prana, apana, udana, vyana, samana, etc. The two birds seated in the tree are, as explained above, are the living entities and the localized Supreme Personality of Godhead, Paramatma. The root cause of the material manifestation described here is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expands himself to take charge of the three qualities of the material world. Vishnu takes charge of the modes of goodness, Brahma takes charge of the mode of passion, and Lord Shiva takes charge of the mode of ignorance. Brahma, by the mode of passion, creates this manifestation. Lord Vishnu maintains this manifestation. By the modes of goodness, the Lord Shiva inherits it by the mode of ignorance. The whole creation ultimately rests in the Supreme Lord. He is the cause of creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And when the whole manifestation is resolved in its subtle form as his energy, it rests within his body. At present, the demigods prayed. The Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa is appearing just for the maintenance of this manifestation. Actually, the Supreme Cause is one, but less intelligent person, being deluded by the three modes of material nature, see that the material world is manifested through the different causes. Those who are intelligent can see that the cause is one, Kṛṣṇa, as it is stated in the Brahma Samhita. ईश्वर परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिनादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the cause of all causes. Brahma is reputed agent for creation. Vishnu is the expansion of Krishna for maintenance, and Lord Shiva is the expansion of Krishna for dissolution. Our dear Lord, the demigod prayed, it is very difficult to understand your eternal form or personality. People in general are unable to understand your actual form. Therefore, you are personally descending to exhibit your original eternal form. Somehow, people can understand the different incarnation of your Lordship, but they are puzzled to understand the eternal form of Kṛṣṇa, with two hands moving among human beings exactly like one of them. This eternal form of your Lordship gives ever increasing transcendental pleasure to the devotees. But for the non-devotees, this form is very dangerous. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Kṛṣṇa is very pleasing to the sadhus, paritranaya sadhuna. But this form is very dangerous to the demons, because Kṛṣṇa also descends to kill the demons. He is therefore simultaneously pleasing to the devotees and dangerous to the demons. Our dear lotus-eyed Lord, you are the source of pure goodness. There are many great sages who are simply by the samadhi or transcendently meditating upon your lotus feet, and thus being absorbed in your thought, have easily transformed the great ocean of this science created by the material nature into no more than the water in the calf's footprints. The purpose of meditation is to focus the mind upon the personality of Godhead, beginning from his lotus feet. Simply by meditation on the lotus feet of the Lord, great sages cross the vast ocean of material existence without difficulty. O self-illuminated one, the great saintly persons who have crossed over the oceans of nescience by the help of the transcendental board of your lotus feet have not taken away the board. It is still lying on the side. If one takes the boat to cross over a river, the boat also goes with one to the other side of the river. And so, when one reaches to the destination, how can the same boat be available to those who are still on this side? To answer this difficulty, the demigods say in their prayers that the boat of the Lord's lotus feet is not taken away. The devotees still remaining on the side are able to pass over the ocean of material nature because the pure devotee did not take the boat with them when they cross over. When one simply approaches the boat, the whole ocean of material nescience is reduced to the size of water in the calf's footprint. Therefore, the devotees do not need to take the boat to the other side. They simply cross the ocean immediately, because the great saintly persons are compassionate towards all conditioned souls. The boat is still lying on this side. In other words, one can meditate upon the lotus feet of the Lord at any time, and by so doing, one can cross over the great ocean of material existence. Meditation means concentration upon the lotus feet of the Lord. Lotus feet indicate the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but those who are impersonalist do not recognize the lotus feet of the Lord, and therefore the object of meditation is something impersonal. The demigods express the mature verdict that persons who are interested in meditating on something void or impersonal cannot cross over the oceans of nescience. Such persons are simply imagining that they have become liberated. O lotus-eyed Lord, their intelligence is contaminated because they fail to meditate upon the lotus feet of your Lordship. As a result of their neglectful activity, the impersonalists fall down again into the material way of the conditioned life. Although they may temporarily rise to the point of impersonal realization, impersonalists undergo severe austerities and penance to merge themselves into the Brahman effulgence or impersonal Brahman existence. But their minds are not free from mental contamination. They have simply tried to negate the material way of thinking. That does not mean they have become liberated. Thus, they fall down. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that the impersonalist has to undergo the great tribulation in realizing his ultimate goal. At the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is associated that without devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one cannot achieve liberation from the bondage of fruitive activities. The statement of Lord Kṛṣṇa is there in the Bhagavad Gita, and in Srimad Bhagavatam, the statement of the great sage Narada is there. And here also the demigods confirm it. Persons who have not taken it to devotional service are understood to have come short of the ultimate purpose of knowledge and are not favored by your grace. The impersonalists simply think they are liberated, but actually they have no feeling for the personality of Godhead. They think that when Kṛṣṇa comes into the material world, he accepts a material body. They therefore overlook the transcendental body of Kṛṣṇa. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Avajanati mam moda. In spite of conquering material lust and rising to the point of liberation, the impersonalists fall down. If they are engaged just in knowing things for the sake of knowledge and do not take to the devotional service of the Lord, they cannot achieve the desired result. Their achievement is trouble they take, and that is all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhuve vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।